welcome to episode 20. Today my mom will be finishing up a two-part series that we started on raising daughters, and today the focus is on the teenage years. So without further ado, turn it over to Mom.
Okay, a mother and a daughter here. It kind of fits, doesn't it? All right. Teen girls, it's an exciting time. Dreams and goals are being thought about and formed, and hormones and attitudes go in the mix too. So it can be a new phase in your family's life, but it can be a real profitable phase also for your daughters and your relationship. Areas of that we're going to talk about is the first one would be body image. You know, girls struggle. There's so many billboards and magazines and things shown at them through the internet that make them compare themselves and think that they'll never measure up. So in your home, make it a safe place. Don't have those magazines around. Careful with some of the things that are entertainment value there, and also don't make any comments yourself about your body and how you don't like it, or criticism of your daughter. Just cover all of that with grace. And also teen years can sometimes in our culture be really a focus on themselves, what they want, what they're enjoying, what their needs are. And we want to help our teen daughters not have to muddle through the teen years with that attitude and focus. And you want to say something about in our home, things you remembered?
Yeah, I think for us, my parents just encouraged my sister and I especially to be others focused. It was easy to do being in a pastor's home. We had lots of people coming over every week, groups that we were hosting, so we were practicing hospitality regularly. And but just even in church or anywhere, they were trying to help us not put the focus on ourselves, but looking to the needs of others, whether they're elderly people or children or families. So I think the teen years, especially with social media and everything, just bringing it to it's just a trap for especially teenage girls to be very self-absorbed. So encourage them to look to the needs of others, help them practice hospitality in the home, and just set that trajectory for their thinking, and that'll benefit, I think, the rest of their life.
Good. Yeah. Now, this is the time of their life, too, where they're just getting introduced to hormones. PMS. You need to guide them through that. We don't make excuses, but we give understanding. When I was asking Michelle, our other daughter, about this topic of teenage girls, if she had anything she thought I should include, and she said that she liked the fact that I didn't make a big deal out of her moods and ups and downs, and I covered it with grace. And you can use this as a training time also for the boys. Explain to them how hormones affect the moods and thoughts, and help them be understanding. That'll be preparing them for future marriage and understanding their wife, and so that's important. Another thing is they're probably trying to earn some money and want to find a way to do that. Help them think through, you and your husband think through, to make sure that they're not stepping into an environment that would be compromising or not safe for them. So Michelle started teaching her siblings piano, found out she enjoyed that, started offering piano lessons to other homeschooling families for just $2.50. And she eventually went on, got a piano performance degree, and it was the result of, that was her career for a while, as piano teaching, and that's how she met her husband, because she was part of a ministry musical group that played for a missions conference. So you never know how things might work out long run. And Chris, you want to talk about your harp playing a little bit?
Sure. Well, I was given a Celtic harp by my grandmother, and so learned to love it and play it, and then turned it into, I guess, a little side business. My parents would drive me to assisted living homes, and I'd play for the residents, and that was kind of a side job there, which is nice to have, and learned that I loved that generation, and then eventually went into that as a career for a little bit, working in assisted living. So yeah, it was a safe environment too. I think that was important also. A lot of in assisted living, there's a lot of women that work there, and the elderly people are very sweet. So I think my parents felt good about having me work in that environment also.
Okay, thank you. Yes, that was fun. She started out offering a free 20-minute concert to assisted living homes, and just about all of them scheduled her for other ones, and it was a pretty nice way to bring in some good money. Now, college. What do you do about college? You know, my mother's generation, neither my husband's mother or my mother went to college, so it's different now. I had a degree in education, and never knowing that I would actually be able to use that in educating my own children. And think about avoiding the debt factor. There's well, we should say the regret factor. The Bible says the virtuous woman does her husband good all the days of her life, and you don't want to go into a marriage with a big college debt. So find ways, maybe starting with general ed at a community college, getting scholarships and all. Do what you can not to be saddled with decades of debt. And then also talk with them about, would they like to be married and have children someday, and if so, discuss with them majors that could be actually a cottage industry for after using it maybe as a full-time job. Things like education, music, graphic arts, and design, and nursing. One of Michelle's sisters-in-law has a degree in nursing, and she only has to do 2, I think, sessions a month to keep her license. And so that's helpful to know how to take care of your children. So those are 2 things to think and talk about with your daughter. We have, my husband and I were a mentor couple in a college career group, and some of the girls just shared how they had high-powered majors that locked them into full-time professional careers that were not something that they can transition out of to be part-time or home-based. So it might be good for you to discuss these things with the daughters and help guide them into thinking wisely for all the seasons of life ahead. And again, we'll finish with what we did last time. Mom, you're the key. You need to have enough confidence in God that you can mother with perseverance, joy, and fun. Do not let your children hear you complain about your home, your husband, and your mothering. You want to trust and lean on God for the encouragement that you need, so that the children can see you flourishing in this career.
Okay. And you want to share what you want to talk about next week?
All right. Well, in looking over some notes that I've used in the past with teens and mothers and women in general, I'm going to talk about how to deal with shame, past experiences that you have that may be really clouding your mind, and guilt and blame. And so how to deal biblically with those things, how to help your daughters with those things, and how to help other women that may be struggling with those things.
Okay. Thank you again for watching. Some of you have been with us since episode 1, and now we're on episode 20, so thanks for persevering with us. And once again, if there's a topic that you would love my mom to share wisdom on, please comment on the video, or you can go on our Facebook page or Instagram page and leave a comment, and we love getting suggestions. So don't be shy to offer suggestions to us, and we'll be happy to consider them.
Okay, and I think sometime in the next few weeks, before Michelle and Carlin, our son-in-law and daughter, go to Africa to continue their missionary work there, we want to have an interview session with Michelle. So I'm looking forward to that.
All right, thanks again for watching, and hope you have a great week.
So long.
Bye.